Welcome back to the Tapestry of Tales. We are fresh off of a one-shot set in this session, or in this world of Drakkenheim. Unfortunately, we do not have the VOD for that, as technical issues cropped up, and we did lose it. However, that is one of the reasons we did a one-shot. So, we are back with Session 0 of Dungeons of Drakkenheim. Presented by us, Tapestry of Tales. Today will be a more casual session where we will just simply be going over the characters, what to expect, some of the settings, or setting specific things, and just stuff like that. So this is going to be rather casual. There won't be any actual gameplay today. But when it comes to gameplay, we might talk about some of our rules, some of the rules of the setting. When it comes to our homebrew rules, you can join our Discord in order to, well, see what those are. I will update the link actually during the stream because I just remembered that I haven't updated that server link and I bet it's expired by now. So I'll get on that momentarily. But first, let's have everyone introduce themselves, starting with Dante.
Hi, I'm Dante, otherwise known as Star Pendulum on Discord and on Twitter and stuff like that. And I'll be playing Peter Plainson.
I am Colin Jessen, and I will be playing Magnus Vask.
I'm Lexi. I'm known as Kawaii Lexi on literally everything, and I'm playing Constance.
Thank you. And on
one additional thing
Go
is
ahead.
they will be calling me Sam.
That's Sam.
And that is because
that's Sam.
I go by JR Samurai on Discord boards, and they have been gone used to calling me Sam.
Yeah, so he's Sam, not Colin. Don't let him lie to you. And on our background today, you will see the three characters that each of them are playing, mostly over the top of their own head, as well as the original images and a little pic collage in the little side area. This art was done by Wistbaby, one of Lexi's friends. We will have her linked in the Discord whenever I get around to it shortly. But the haze was added by me, but all I did was copy her images onto the same canvas and spend way too long with a tiny pin erasing the edges of their backgrounds. So that was a fun time. But so yeah, we just did a one shot of the Kleinkessel's failed expedition 1 year after the meteor fell. The expedition was doomed from the start. Only one survivor, the wizard played by Lexi, managed to actually escape the ruins, but affected by Drakkenheim madness, which is a condition from the book. This will be in the same world 14 years later, 15 years total after the meteor fell, with different characters, the ones that you see in front of you. These characters will have to brave into the ruins to discover things about their past, push through to the future, and see if they can stop the catastrophe before it can occur. What catastrophe? Who knows? So this is just a character creation, expectations, tone, table rules, and casual discussion. If anyone we're gonna have chat open, so if people do want to chat, this is one of those sessions where we actually will respond and talk to people and answer any questions you have related to the content or our own rules or our characters. In general, just try to avoid spoilers because none of these three have seen the original Dungeons of Drakkenheim in any way, shape, or form. Which that actually does bring me to a side note thing. Dungeons of Drakkenheim is a module created by the Dungeon Dudes. You can check them out at ghostfiregaming.com/dungeondudes.com, where you can find all of their books, including their most recent Monsters of Drakkenheim. It actually came out since the last week where I said that it wasn't out yet. And so all of that can be found there. This is not my original setting. However, it will be our original story in this setting, which is why we will be calling this series Tapestry of Tales Presents Dungeons of Drakkenheim. We will have our own unique trailer up probably by next week, and there might be a little bit of a teaser about it at the end of this session. But the images are not done yet because they updated their policy where you can't use official images because that's fair. They don't want to be associated with random things posting their images. But I've taken up art in the last month, so doing what I can. It's going to be rough, but it'll probably get updated later on once I'm better. But all right, so everyone mentioned their characters' names. So what are you playing? Give me your species and class, starting with Dante.
So I'm gonna be playing a classic human fighter. Um, uh, and I guess we have to do. Should we do subclass 2? What we were planning to do, or just wait for
You
that?
can say what you plan to take, but things can change as the story goes.
That's true. For now, I'm gonna abstain from saying what I'm gonna go
Fair
as
enough.
my subclass. Yeah, and totally not because I can't remember what it's called.
Commander was what you were considering, which is also a creation of the Dungeon Dudes.
Yeah.
I am playing as a human as well, so. But I'm gonna be a rogue. My goal is to be a skill monkey, so to say. Be able to kind of fill in for areas that the others won't be able to necessarily do as well in terms of skill checks, and to cover some of our weaknesses and help with navigating. I plan on being a soul knife subclass, so I'll throw some psychic shit at enemies and have fun.
Indeed, I sure wonder how he's going to acquire that subclass. It'll be
I do
interesting.
too. I'm honestly really curious how I'm
I
gonna
have a
acquire it.
plan. And then Lexi, go ahead.
I'm an Isomar and a cleric. I feel like
Yep.
that's pretty. That says it all.
Your intended subclass as of now is a domain of the sacred flame, which is a subclass
Yep.
for the Drakkenheim setting that I homebrew made. So we'll see. It'll probably be posted later on in the server. We're intending to probably add a channel. Sam and I make a lot of homebrew content, so we'll probably just make a channel for it and put it in there. I have like 9 classes, and Sam has like 3 or 4. A lot of them are in development. Obviously, we don't have playtesters to playtest, so a lot of them are just like as well as we can make them on paper. But yeah, we'll probably put in there. Oh yeah, Libroots. I have a lot of sneaky DM plans. So we actually just completed a 3-year long campaign.
You should tell us all what the plans are.
Yeah. But we just completed a 3-year long campaign, and I was proud of all the sneaky plans that came to fruition at the end of the campaign. So stick around if you like that, because don't like that though. Stick around if you like that though, because there should be plenty. I have lots of plans, and I've got the book to help me plan. So it's gonna be great. So our players are gonna be mostly just making their characters. For the actual stream today, we're just gonna have that image up on the screen. As I don't really see the point in using the spectator cam on Roll20, because from its point of view, nothing will be happening. So I'll mostly stop rambling from now, and it's going to just open up more to a casual conversation. So players, feel free to just ask basic questions and just chat, and we'll chat with the chat as well.
Okay.
What
Did
are
you
your
guys
guys'
drink more water today?
stat lines? I'm trying to figure out, like, because again, I'm trying to cover some of the group's weaknesses, like what skill checks I might need to, like, because I could have a high int if needed, but
I think I'm not gonna be bad at charisma, because I plan to be a decently charismatic fellow, for diplomacy or any other kind of just to be convincing in any way I need to.
all right. So what about your int?
Probably not gonna be very high. I'll be
That's a good thing. You probably don't want to
Honestly,
end stream.
yeah, I'm not gonna.
I'm honestly thinking
No.
just 12s to cross, so I have a +1 in each of like int, whiz, and charisma, because my dump is going to be strength, of course.
That makes
Or
sense.
so.
Yeah.
Oh, and then I'm just gonna have a good con and dex and just hope for the best for that stuff.
How are you gonna hit
At least so
12
I can be
across the
well-rounded.
board? Is your like
For point buy.
Yeah, but
Uh,
So I
15.
should say we're using point buy for ability stats. Just
Yeah.
wondering.
Oh wait, no, not 12
And
across
we
the
are
board. My
using-
intelligence is actually at 11. My bad.
And then we
So,
are using
15, 14, 11,
the
12, 12.
2024 5e system, which they totally should have called 5.24, because now it's not 2024, and saying, I mean, it hasn't been for a while, and saying 2024 rules is weird when it's not 2024. They should have just done 5e and 5.24 or 5.5. It was a weird move. I stand by that.
Yeah.
I'll die on that hill. I mean, maybe I won't die
Well,
on
like
it, but
what
I'll get a
was
little hurt.
I
wasn't
was like, yeah, you sure you want to
wasn't
die on it?
5e considered D&D next as its
Yeah,
beta
but-
title?
I think it was one
I think it was
D&D.
D&D.
It might have been D&D next.
No,
time.
one D&D was 2024. That was their original
Oh, you're saying
plan.
okay? Sorry, you were saying the original
For 5e.
5e.
Yeah, for
know.
5e, yeah.
I was
Oh.
honestly too young to be paying attention. We were playing 3.5, and I didn't know there were more editions of D&D.
That's fair. I think
When I was young, I didn't know about D&D, so couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I introduced Lexi to D&D
Yeah.
so that I could.
And I actually
bully her
hated it the
characters.
first time I played because I didn't understand it.
True. She just kind of sat on her phone the whole time, but now she gets it.
Yeah, I got mad because like
D&D Next is what it was
Yeah,
called.
that makes sense.
Sorry.
I'd heard about that actually, but
They got mad because why?
just
oh, sorry,
like
yeah.
so I thought that I had to hit every time. Like I thought that was like a requirement. And so like when I didn't hit something, it made me so mad.
She would get so mad. And
Oh,
she was playing
yeah.
a rogue too, so she only got like one attack, but she was dueling, so she
Yeah.
maybe.
So we're not hitting anything.
It really sucks because I mean being a rogue is like, okay, you're one of the main damage dealers, so like do
Well,
damage.
It's kind of
Caleb-
they always look like that. At
That's
first.
what you'll be doing if you're in fight.
Yeah,
If you're in a
they
fight.
always look like they're one of the main damage doers, but in reality, especially
I
later
remember
game, they kind of fall off. But they're amazing
Caleb
at like
literally didn't
doing
attack
skills.
me with the boss because, well, you guys know now, Azamor, but he didn't attack me with him because I was not even a threat. Like I
She didn't
couldn't
hit
hit
him. She
it.
didn't hit him once, so he was just. He also didn't like hitting
Caleb.
women. You guys never really ran into that problem, but he actually had
Yeah.
a thing where he didn't like hitting women. Unless it was a relic.
Wait, did he? Yeah, except for me.
Okay, to be fair,
True.
she was only half. She didn't have her legs.
Exactly, metal legs. He was part of the bullies in school.
Yeah.
Metal legs.
God, PTSD for the past few years. No.
Yeah.
So, how important do you think nature will be? Like, you don't have to speak. Okay, oh, it's gonna be
I can
really.
tell you at the very least, Drakkenheim. So within, I believe, 100 miles, stuff basically doesn't grow anymore
Okay.
unless it is a delirium contaminated plant or animal thing.
Yeah.
What do you mean you
but
can't just take that for dinner?
I feel like I could identify a delirium plant through like Arcana.
Maybe, but
if there's
that would require
something.
you to have knowledge of the plant. Which, as a reminder, most of Drakkenheim is unknown. There's some
Fair.
rumors about it, but like, especially.
But
when
that
you get
also
deeper in the
requires
city-
me to actually know about the plant to actually do a nature check on it at the same time.
True, but that's what I'm saying. There aren't really any natural plants left in Drakkenheim, and if
I'm a
there
man.
are, something's up.
I'm a man. Yeah. Yeah. I'm a man of history. I don't think I'll need as much for nature then. I am tempted to do medicine
History
just
is
to
decently
stabilize.
History can help you.
I have history. So
Mhm.
literally the stats that I'm thinking about not going is animal handling. And because I don't know how much we're gonna be
Fair.
dealing with
That-
animals that don't want to kill us.
That could mostly come into play if you guys are using horses or something, which are a viable option in certain certain scenarios.
Okay.
But
Guess who still spilled
you spilled it.
the thing anyway.
He almost spilled it before the
Guess
stream
who
started.
spilled it
Oh, that was
anyway?
so close.
Though
Of course.
the good news is I spilled it away from my electronics and my
That's good.
keyboard and my mouse.
That's
So
That's what you need.
and it's also just water. So
I plan on doing so my ones that I'm not doing because I'm taking skill twice for the people that don't know because I'm a
Oh, that's what
I'm
you're
a
doing?
human.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm going origin skill twice.
Oh,
So
man.
with the rogue and human, because human you get an extra skill.
Extra skill. for being human. Yep.
yes.
Yeah, so right off the bat for being a human and a rogue without the background stuff, I already have 5 options, and then the +2 due to our homebrew rules that you should check out at our Discord. Or
Yep.
Oh, let me up.
that is already 7 skills proficient with, and then since you could take skill twice, I took the twice, so I have 6 extra skill. So quite literally, the only thing I'm not proficient in is medicine, nature, intimidation, athletics, and animal handling. Because I felt like, do I need performance? I think performance would be pretty useful in the because like we do know a little bit about the world, my friends.
Yeah,
Like
and I'll
very
answer a
bare
couple
bone
more
basics.
questions as we go. I have some things I'll probably give you guys as well because your characters are from this world, though. One of you is originally from Drakkenheim, but as a child, and then the other one's from a different place in Westamar, which is Sam, and then Lexi's character is from Illyria. Um, some of you might not know what that means. Westamar is the country that Drakkenheim is in. It was the capital city of Westamar, and it was hit by an eldritch comet from the stars. Um, and then Illyria is a western country, who is a rather religious state, where kind of all of their laws and stuff follow their religion, which is the sacred flame is what it's known as. In the world of Drakkenheim, I should give this clarification to everyone. It is not like a normal D&D setting when it comes to gods. So the gods aren't really present. There is no, like, you don't pray and then an aspect of Iluvatar shows up. And yes, that's the Lord of the Rings god. But like your gods don't actively show themselves or speak to you. You don't pray and hear their voice. Instead, everything seems to be mostly based on faith. It's never specified, and the characters don't know this specifically, but there's a large indication that faith is what provides clerical magic, not necessarily the religion itself. In the sense that it is well known that if someone breaks their tenets but is faithful, they don't lose their powers. So if you break the tenets of the Sacred Flame while being a paladin of the Sacred Flame, but you're doing it because you believe it is the right thing to do within your religion, you don't lose your powers, which, weird. There's also a group called the Old Gods, which are the gods that kind of used to be believed before the Sacred Flame became the prominent religion in Illyria and Westamar. And they're a lot more classic D&D gods, but they also don't speak to people. But a lot of druids and stuff follow that, like those religions. And what'd you say, Sam?
Is Zeus one of them?
I mean, kinda. I think there's one that's similar to that. I'd have to pull up my Sebastian Crow's Guide to Drakkenheim.
I'm sure those are related.
Which you should
group.
get
There
at
is a god of
wherever they
lightning
sell
and
stuff.
It's Zeus. Trust.
Yeah, it's Zeus. Trust.
Zeus.
I'm trying to remember. I feel like there's more stuff I should probably mention about the setting. Actually,
Yeah,
while
you
guys
should
do
mention
some I'll
stuff.
go through a couple more things. So yeah, basically, Drakkenheim as a setting is all about 5 different factions that are attempting to control the ruins of Drakkenheim, which once again was the capital city of Westamar, was hit by a meteor. The royal family is missing. Like 5 or so years ago, as of this current setting, there was a civil war where a lot of the remaining households vied for control as the rightful royals. It ended with all of the legitimate heirs dead, as far as anyone is known. There was a lot of assassinations and brutal conflicts, and it left everyone dead. So, as of now, there is no known royal heir. This has led one of the factions, the, hold up. I blanked.
Wait a minute.
Let him cook.
I can't. Hooded lanterns. I was going to say green lanterns because they use green cloaks.
Yeah.
So this is one of the factions, the Hooded Lanterns, who is the remnants of the soldiers from the Civil War as well as the original city guard. They are searching through the city, trying to restore Drakkenheim to how it was, as well as try to find the royal heirs, who they believe are still alive in Castle Draken, or at least they're hopeful that they're still alive in Castle Draken. It was designed to be self-sufficient for decades at a time. Yes, Bubbles, there are green lanterns, trust. No, they're the Hooded Lanterns. They use green cloaks as part of their uniform. And it always makes me want to say Green Lanterns. There is then the Silver Order, who are the military branch of the Sacred Flame from Illyria. They are a group of mostly paladins, but then the ones that don't have magic are still warriors, like holy warriors. They're basically crusaders. They have come to Drakkenheim to destroy Delirium, the rock that came after the meteor that has a lot of magical properties and is also renowned for being extremely dangerous. You touch it with your bare skin, you could get very, very ill. They're here to destroy it. They believe it is a blight from worlds beyond that needs to be purged. On the flip side, there was a schism, and there is now the followers of the Falling Fire, led by the early 90-year-old woman Lucretia Matthias, who is set to be the next High Flamekeeper of Illyria, aka taking over, basically the Pope, when she suddenly had a vision of the meteor, which then hit. She then went on a pilgrimage to Drakkenheim and came back with a delirium shard embedded in her heart. This caused an uproar in the Sacred Flame community, and she was branded a heretic, managing to flee the country before she was captured, returning to Drakkenheim, and bringing many, many people with her who all believe her. She says she has seen what is at the heart of the crater, and she knows what she has to do. Next, we have the Amethyst Academy is another very important player here. The Amethyst Academy is the basically nationwide group of mages. Long story short, long ago, sorcerer kings ruled Illyria. People with sorceress magic in their blood conquered the world using their magic and ruled like gods. Eventually, during the formation of the Sacred Flame religion, when Saint Tarna had a vision by an angel who came to her and gave her a blade and said that you are the one who will destroy the sorcerers.
Go do violence.
She led a rebellion against their enslavers, overthrowing the sorcerer kings and destroying the sorcerer kingdom as a whole. The remnants of those are Mageborn. So in this setting, wizards in normal D&D, they read books, they study, they learn how to do magic, and they do magic. In Drakkenheim, if you are not Mageborn, you cannot do magic, unless you do a warlock pact with an ancient entity. But wizards, sorcerers, technically Eldritch Knights fighters, but to a lesser extent, they all have magic in their blood, and that is how they cast. So the Amethyst Academy is a safe haven for Mageborn, because after the Sacred Flame overthrew the Sorcerer Kings, they then went on a genocide campaign against anyone with mage blood, believing them all to be just as guilty as Sorcerer Kings. Eventually, there became a treaty known as the Edicts of Lumen, which basically say exactly what the religion and what the Mageborn are allowed to do in the country. This formed the Amethyst Academy, which now contains most Mageborn. It's kind of like the Jedi, where if you're born as a Mageborn, they are legally allowed to come adopt you temporarily.
Adopt.
I mean, technically in Star Wars, they do adopt. You can say no in Star Wars. You kind of can say no in this world, but it's a lot more frowned upon because a Mageborn that is not well trained can blow up a village. So they take you in, they train you, and then after your training, you are allowed to stay in the academy or go back to your family. It's just that they want there to not be wild casters out there that have no control of their magic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most people choose to stay with the academy because it's like 10 years or so of training. So at that point, you're kind of just used to that life. But you don't have to. Anyway, the Amethyst Academy has returned because delirium is a crazy powerful magic object. It has the ability to... In D&D, whenever you cast certain spells, they require material cost components where you have to have materials worth a certain amount of money to use. Delirium counts as any of those components as long as the delirium is worth that value. It is very powerful, and it can also be used to make tons of magic items. However, like I mentioned before, it's extremely dangerous. But they believe they know how to control it, and that it is their jurisdiction to take full control of delirium and use it for magic. That said, the Silver Order does not agree with this, as they want it destroyed. The Falling Fire does not agree with this, as they believe that it is a sacred relic, and that by using it for magic items, they are basically brutalizing it, and that it's horrible, and they shouldn't do that. The Hooded Lanterns don't really care, but they do care about not being ousted out of the ruins by the Amethyst Academy, as this is their homeland. But they do sell delirium to the Amethyst Academy pretty frequently. And then
gotta play ball a little bit.
Yeah. And then finally we have the last group, which is the Queensmen. These are a a bunch of gangs, thieves, and brigands that are all united under one
Hell
name,
yeah.
the Queen of Thieves. Whether the Queen of Thieves is a person or a council of thieves is unknown. But what is known is that they have somehow managed to unite almost all of the thieves and gangs that have come to Drakkenheim to rob and pillage, sell delirium, shake down travelers for their food and water. Like I mentioned earlier, food does not grow within 100 miles of Drakkenheim, and all the water is contaminated. DM is a bit low. I can try to speak a little closer to the mic. I'll work on fixing that later. I don't know how exactly to make it particularly louder otherwise.
Yell.
Yeah, I think that's my bet for now. But
Scream.
I'll work on actually fixing that later.
Oh, that's a little
covered your
louder,
mic
actually.
A little bit. Yeah, it is. But you covered your mic a little bit. It sounded like you said Beth.
Beth.
Like you had a lisp.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Bubbles is making it a little bit more sensitive, but I also don't want it to pick up background noise too much. But I will work on dialing that in. So yeah, the final group is the Queen of Thieves. It's all thieves and bandits and stuff. But somehow, whoever's in control has united them pretty unilaterally. All the gangs actually work together while still maintaining the fact that they're gangs. So it's an impressive feat. They're here for one thing, at least one thing that's obvious: profit. The Queen of Thieves may have ulterior motives, but as a faction, they are here to take as much money as they can and make it rich, or die trying. Though, they're the type that typically run from a fight. That said, the Hooded Lanterns are willing to die for this. This is their homeland, this is their country, and they will reclaim it no matter what.
That's right. That's right. That's damn right.
Bubbles, get close and personal to that mic, he said. All right. That is a large portion of this. Some mechanics that will take place. So Delirium has a mechanic called Contamination. There are 6 levels of contamination, each doing horrible things to you. Level 1 doesn't necessarily do anything, but every time you gain a level of contamination, you roll a d6. If the number you roll is equal to or less than your level of contamination, you mutate, gaining a mutation. This can only be removed by magic that is relatively unknown throughout most of the world. As the players kind of get in contact with some of the groups around here, they will at least learn that Purge Contamination is a spell. It's a 3rd level spell that can be cast by a couple different spellcaster groups. But doing so leaves you with an equal number of exhaustion to contamination. So if you had 4 contamination, you now have 4 exhaustion. Exhaustion is -2 penalty to all rolls for however many exhaustion levels you have. So if you have 4, it's a -8 to every roll, which some people may not be very familiar with the D&D system. That's brutal. Additionally, you can only remove 1 exhaustion per long rest, which means that, and you can only take 1 long rest per 24 hours. So if you had 4 levels of exhaustion, you better be ready to take 4 days off or go into the ruin with a level of exhaustion or 2. So it is. There will be time off to do things.
Holy fuck, is it brutal?
Yeah, but I will say
a minus to their
in 2020 or in 2014, it was actually pretty rough too. It just didn't start getting rough until a little later.
Yeah,
but contamination has its own effects as well. As you gain more levels, you will gain more negative effects. And if you are to ever reach 6 levels of contamination, you immediately have a monstrous transformation and turn into a monster of the DM's choosing. As of now in this world, there is no way to reverse a monstrous transformation. Once someone goes, they are gone.
If that happens, just please make me cute.
We all know.
Turns into a Sailor Moon transformation.
Yeah, literally.
I want them to at least say "aw" before they fucking rip my heart out. Yeah. It was literally the Puss in Boots thing from Shrek, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, kitty eyes.
True. Bubbles would turn into a bunch of ducks if he ever had a monstrous transformation. I could see it.
Yeah, I see it too.
Whenever it comes to the setting, obviously this is a bit of a grim, dark setting. There will be, there will be horror, there will be body horror, psychological horror, etc., etc. It is an eldritch meteor that slammed into a city and has contaminated it with eldritch magic that turns people into monsters. It's messed up. Be prepared for that. Now, that said, we are still not weird people, and we will not graphically cover anything disturbing Especially, there will be nothing sexually disturbing related. That will not be in the session at all. That is not a factor in Drakkenheim, not as they have written it, nor as I will tell it. However, there is murder, lies, deception, magical madness, and body disfigurement from mutation. So, be prepared for that. There is risk of characters dying here. This is an actual very threatening setting. I will let everyone know that the book gives a little bit of leeway, especially the first couple times they make a mistake. At a certain point, it literally says, they've messed up, try to kill them. Don't forcibly kill them, but try. There are places that are deadly. I mean, I'm not going to tell you guys where specifically. There is literally a location in the city where if you accidentally end up there, you better start running. If you try to fight the thing, you are dead. This setting is designed to be very player choice centric. It does not scale with them. It is they better choose properly when to do things. Or when to flee at the very least.
Yeah.
So, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, yeah. I mean, yeah. Thinking of our exit strategies before, going to a point of no return will be very important.
That is actually
feel like-
very important to mention as well. Go ahead. Lex.
No.
Yeah.
No, I was just gonna say I feel like we should just follow the exit signs. Like I don't think it's that
Yeah,
deep.
just
Don't
So
worry,
actually,
I'll
that's
make some on my
important
way
as well.
out.
Another
I'll make sure to
mechanic
make some.
of Drakkenheim is that there is a purple fog that has rolled over the city since the meteor crash, known as the haze. There are areas of deep haze as well where you can't see more than 60 feet in front of yourself. But generally the haze is just kind of a permeating mist. You can still see normally, but everything has like a purple tint to it.
It's in the image.
Yeah, it's in the image. So they're in haze in that, is what I tried to represent.
Basically, we're gonna die and alter into monsters if we stay there.
So that is one thing. If you stay more than 24 hours in the haze, you do start to have some ill effects. But most importantly, while you are in the haze, you cannot gain the benefits of a long rest. You cannot sleep in the haze. You will not get your abilities back. You can take short rests, but also the city is filled with monsters. So make sure you're taking a short rest at a good spot. Setting up a campfire in the middle of the street, you are bound to be attacked by something. So you got to find places to hide. And there are a couple places in the game that are safe places you can find. And a couple of the factions have their own safe places that they can teach you should you side with them. Now, when it comes to the manipulation and stuff, I will also mention the factions in this game, they will try to recruit you. They might try to sabotage you. They might try to kill you. It depends on how you interact with them, how you line up with their goals. If they see you as a threat they cannot overcome without killing, they will kill. Some factions are more to this than others. For instance, obviously the Queensmen are more likely to send a group of thugs to take you out if you're messing with them than the Sacred Flame. But if the Sacred Flame believes that you are trying to lift up delirium and cause contamination and destruction, they'll strike you down. They'll call it a smite. So these factions, you can work with them. You can fight them. You cannot work with all of them. The book specifies some groups are more likely to work with each other than others. But if you're going to be the perfect champion of one group, you are not going to fit in with the other groups. But there is a way to bridge the gap.
Could just not tell them.
Well, there's that. But then if they discover you, then things get really bad. No, it isn't. It is a valid option. You can pretend to be working with a group in order to lure them into a trap with another group. That does work. I will say one more thing about the campaign overall. The setting is grimdark, and it's supposed to end grimly. There is no right answer, and nothing will ever be good, really. I have a bit more of a hopeful view as a DM myself. I typically like endings that have a bit of hope to them. That said, it is still a very complex situation. It will not be easily resolved, and when resolved, it will not be perfect. But there will not be an ending of doom, because, well, depending on the ending they choose, of course.
As I say,
there will be a level of hope.
But knowing us, we're gonna pick the worst ending.
The best part is there is no right faction, by the way. Every time you start to think a faction is right, you will probably hear things from other factions that make you start to think that they're right. The only faction I never
but everyone
with
knows
was the Queen of Thieves. But
yeah, Queen of Thieves is base.
I say, but some people might like them, especially if you ever learn them or that person specifically and learn what their goals are. Perhaps those might align with you. But that is kind of the main thing I wanted to cover. I still haven't updated the Discord link. I'll do that in a moment. But I think that's pretty
Eventually.
much resurrection magic in this
Required.
world is hard to find and costly. Actually, I will cover the spells real quick. In the world of Drakkenheim, some spells you can't just choose to take. The wish spell cannot just be picked whenever you have 9th level spells. Simulacrum cannot just be picked whenever you have 7th or 8th level spells, whatever that is. I think it's 7th, maybe 6th. Certain spells, the powerful ones, they require you to actually be taught that magic by someone who already knows them. So if you want to learn the wish spell, you got to find someone who knows the wish spell. Additionally, and then they have to be willing to teach you, which is already a huge ask because you're giving someone the power to change reality. Additionally, some spells can actually be created during this campaign, but as we don't have a wizard of any type or a sorcerer, I don't expect you guys will be actively seeking that much.
Oh,
But there are some. There are possibilities. Yes, LeBrutes, it is way bigger than ducks. There's a lot more than ducks here.
I'm
That's
gonna.
the
I'm
reference,
just
actually,
saying.
to the
New psychic
Geese, you mean.
powers are gonna become available.
True.
Trust me, bros.
This is way bigger than geese. That's
Okay.
that's our saying. Just kidding. We're gonna avoid too many parallels. But yeah, I intend to give you guys your original rumors. There's a rumor chart. I'll give you guys rumors at some point that you guys will want to write down that your characters have heard beforehand. But one thing we didn't really cover. We covered your character's name. We covered what they are. Tell us a bit about them. Let's start with Dante. We'll do our normal order. Tell us a bit about your character. Why is he coming to Drakkenheim? Where is he from? Etc.
So Peter, he was kind of born. You could argue like kind of like a silver spoon in his mouth. His father was a knight in Drakkenheim, and a decently like well-respected one, not super high station, but still very respected
He guarded
position.
the palace.
Yeah, guarded the palace. So important job, important position, and he was a respected guy. But there were some familial troubles that happened at home that led to them kind of, or I mean, I guess it was okay if I just kind of go into my backstory a little bit here.
No, you go right ahead. This is what this is for.
His mom kind of walked out on him, on them, and so his father figured it'd be a good idea, just kind of get away from Drakkenheim for a little bit, take a little bit of a vacation with his boy, and like I forget what the exact time frame was, but basically shortly after they'd been kind of out, like I can't remember what the town was that we went to, like a whole nother town and just just kind of hang out and just live for a little while. And that's when while they were out on their vacation, that's when that meteor came down. And it took a little while for Peter's dad to kind of get going. But once he found out what had happened in Drakkenheim, he immediately wanted to join the Hooded Lanterns and kind of get back in there and kind of help restore what their home was, because he's still very much like Drakkenheim. He still was very dutiful and a loyal kind of guy. So he went back, and Peter wanted to go with him at the time, but obviously it was no place for a young lad. So his dad made him stay with some brigands that he had while they were out on their vacation and stuff like that. And he kind of was raised by them for a little while until he turned 19. During that whole time that he was away from his dad, he wanted to go join him and just kind of prove to his dad that he's a capable knight just like him. And so that's kind of his driving force on wanting to go back and help his dad and kind of restore Drakkenheim, recognize his dad's vision for it, and yeah, that's kind of what's leading him back.
So, for Magnus Vask, he started off quite nothing grand as the previous man, and he was born in what was the city name? I forgot the name of
I
the
believe we went
city.
with Outbrook.
Outbrook.
That sounds right.
As a slum kid, and early on, he didn't really have any aspirations or inspirations at this point of his life until eventually he met with a bookkeeper, and that bookkeeper loved to talk about history. Right, so he got more and more into kind of this ideal: what is a historian? What is a treasure hunter? Hunter. About a year after meeting the bookkeeper, he realized things weren't going to go good in the city. That he, due to, I think, if I remember correctly, just the leadership there was very questionable, and he felt like, oh, this place is gonna turn shit real quick, and so he booked it out of there. He was not planning, just left the city, left through the front gates. It's not like he really cared for his own family, and they weren't really a family to him. Either way, and they were all poor. They were all trying to survive. I've So he decided to become an explorer. He helped out with venturing groups, kind of carry their packs at the start, and slowly but surely, they eventually kind of came into his own and started solo adventuring. But rather than just killing monsters, he decided to pursue finding artifacts, and not just finding them, but returning them to communities that he believed had a piece of their history. Of course, not for free, right? Because he's still a man that needs to get his own. So he would usually find artifacts and kind of bid them. So beyond that, that he kind of pretty much been doing this for his entire life, kind of going around finding artifacts, going through ancient ruins, and then by the age of the campaign, in which he should be around 28, hold up, someone came to him, which I will let her introduce herself.
Well, she was born in Constance was born in Velmora, and she was born to a happy dad and mom, and they were super happy to have her, and they were excited about it. And then her mom got a vision from an angel, and it basically told her that Constance was like a prophecy child, that she was like super important. And so they ended up giving Constance up to was it just Church of the Sacred Flame
Yes.
in her town, basically. And they raised her, which is why she doesn't have a last name. That's why she's just Constance, because they don't want her necessarily associated with her family. Like, I don't know if it's like a bad thing or not, but it's just like, it's not really a point to that when you're supposed to be
Destined for
a prophecy
greatness.
child. Yeah. Um, she knows her family. Like, she knows her mom and dad, probably visits every now and then, but it's a custody battle. Um, and then basically, Constance is 18. She was like obviously really young when that happened, and then I think mathematically she was 8 when the comet
You
fell.
tried 3.
3. Wait,
15
that'd be
years ago, the
okay. Yeah,
comet fell.
yeah. But after that, what did I say? I'm losing train of thought right now.
You're fine.
Um. Oh, she wanted to be. She was like, well, I'm raised for greatness. Everyone's told me blah 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 blah, but like I've done nothing except being like slightly pampered and being told that I'm destined for greatness. So she decided to be a rebellious teenager.
After she had
And
another vision of her own.
I was gonna say that. But yeah, she had a vision of her own and was like, yeah, you know what, yeah, I should do that. And so she ran away and ran off and ended up meeting Sam's character.
Yeah. So
Due
her
to prophecy,
her
correct?
second prophecy, the one that she had, the vision she had, told her basically cryptically who she needed to seek out to fulfill her destiny, which included Sam's character, vaguely, as well as another character that they had not met yet, but it mentioned a knight. So I think we can all gather who that probably is.
Ooh, who could that possibly be? I have no idea.
This campaign will actually be starting with everyone being hired by Erin Marlowe to lead her caravan to Emberwood Village. Like I mentioned multiple times at this point, there is no food growing within 100 miles of Drakkenheim, and all the water in the area is contaminated, which means there's a large trade of bringing food and water to Emberwood Village, where adventurers stay to then go into the ruins. So, her people canceled on her last minute. She needed people quickly, and you guys needed a safe way to get there, as well as having food and water on the way is nice. So, you guys have all agreed to join her to Emberwood Village. Crap.
And
Dante, you have also met up with her separately from these two. This is just coincidence that you guys all happen to be there at the same time, or is it fate?
Yeah, I believe the what we had was the brigands that I had basically befriended and kind of like raised me. They kind of they kind of led me over.
They found out about this lead and they kind of got you in.
And
they
for
helped
people wondering what my character's motivations are, well, you're just gonna have to wait and see, because he isn't just gonna be restoring lost relics. He's got some plans in mind.
Thinking ahead, aren't we?
On that note, let's quickly. I'm going to give you guys each the rumors that your characters have learned about Drakkenheim before getting there.
Okay.
All right.
Hold on. Let me get something out real quick.
This is either something that you already knew or that you've heard. I'll tell you whenever I give it to you specifically. All right. Dante, your character himself has vague memories of this. That Queen Lenore's favorite place to spend time was the grotto in the garden, where she housed many exotic flowers.
How's Lenore spelled? Is it Lenore or?
Yep, you got it.
Okay. She had she loved to spend time in her garden.
Her favorite place to spend time was the grotto in the garden, where she housed many exotic flowers.
I'm not a super fast typer.
You're fine.
I got it.
There's no stress.
I got
place
it.
to spend time was her. Well, I'm gonna type it anyway because I'm a strong, independent man. Okay, so so her place to spend time was the grotto in her garden that housed many exotic flowers.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Sam, your character has heard this.
Lexi, you're writing it down?
Yeah. No.
Oh, okay. Let me.
She's messing with you, Sam.
Oh. Well, 'cause I heard. I was just making sure.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It is said that the many gargoyles perched atop the city walls may come to life and attack any who dare attempt to scale the wall.
Man, I wish I knew about that rumor before.
The reason I'm giving him this rumor is during the one shot, his character used his slippers as spider climb and ran up the wall to scout it out and almost got gored by gargoyles immediately.
Yeah. No, I mean, he basically did. He fucking crawled back to us.
He had like 5 health on his way back. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
By the way, on the news of that one shot, we do intend to do. We can't recover the video, unfortunately, and obviously we're not going to re-record it. But we do have a plan to do a little like narration thing to post on there as a sort of I don't know. I guess what we can do about it is simply just retell the tale a little bit. The lost episode, yes. So you guys will be able to find out what happened.
It got dropped in Drakkenheim.
Yeah, we lost it in Drakkenheim. It was in my pocket.
Well,
Yeah. No, I mean, honestly,
canon.
Wait, you guys had Dante's character holding the camera?
I mean, look. I'm just saying we have the perfect setup because of how it ended. We have a perfect lead on how we can do that. Okay, I'm just saying.
Yeah, the Untold Tales, but we're gonna call it something else because that's what the dungeon dudes call their side stories. But this won't be an actual one shot, like it won't be recorded. It'll just be a telling of it. But yeah, we're not going to call it that. We're for obvious reasons, we are going to attempt to dissociate from the Dungeon Dudes as much as possible, especially in their content creation. Obviously, I'll list our sources and stuff as theirs and have like a link to their stuff. But we obviously want to avoid any conflict. I followed all the guidelines that they have set out for doing actual plays of Drakkenheim, but they still obviously, they're guidelines. They're not the rules, and at any point they can copyright strike if they so please. But as I've discussed with them before, it's not in their best interest to do so unless we're stepping on their toes directly. So we're just going to avoid stepping on their toes and, live our lives.
Yeah, we plan to step away from the toes.
So we're
No
not going to
toes.
name things after their stuff. And we are going to do our best to just do whatever. And if they ever send us a message and say, hey, don't do this, we won't do that. Solved.
I demand my rumor.
Yeah, your rumor, sure.
True. Good point.
Which one should I give you?
It's good that I know this rumor
You're
because I
picking them
would
out
100%
now?
scale it
Well,
again.
I had a couple in mind that I might give you. I think I'm going to go with it. You actually knew this from what you briefly saw. Oh, we should mention. The Silver Order on their march to Drakkenheim stopped near Lexi's village, where she actually met with them and talked, and she learned some swordsmanship from Theodore Marshall, the leader of the paladins there. Destiny of Drakkenheim. Maybe. We'll see. Probably not, though. We're going to avoid using Drakkenheim in the names of our videos, except for our main one is going to be Tapestry of Tales Presents Dungeons of Drakkenheim. But the rumor that you learned while you were there is you noticed these weird tube-like lances. And you've also heard a little bit now that you've been going towards the Knights of the Silver Order have camped outside the city. I hear they have weapons that can torch a village in moments. You actually kind of remember seeing them a little bit. They were these weird tubed lances with backpacks. You didn't see them in use, though.
I'm literally trying to mentally picture that right now, and I can't.
It looks a lot like a flamethrower.
Yeah, but say.
Oh,
Yes.
you said backpack, and I got lost.
Yeah.
I was like,
They have a
What?
tent on their back. It's not quite a flamethrower. It's not like a modern flamethrower. And it is also a lance. They can also stab with it. But it's basically a special flamethrower. It technically allows you to cast Burning Hands multiple times. And yes, LeBrutz is correct, which is why I was saying that. They specifically said in their guidelines, avoid naming anything blank of Drakkenheim, because if they ever in the future want to use that name for their own stuff, they're going to have to copyright strike you in order to get the name. So we will avoid being of Drakkenheim anything.
But thanks for looking out, though.
Yes,
Thanks for trying to think of stuff.
It's a good idea.
Thank you.
I will also actually specify real quick, too. We are not just going to be a copycat channel. We just really wanted to play this module. After this campaign concludes, I actually already have some ideas for homebrew campaigns that I will be running. And maybe others might run some stuff on here, too. So just a heads up. But we really wanted to play this, and this was a good excuse.
If we're ever really not playing, at least during the campaign of Drakkenheim, I will probably be the one leading the one shots, often or not.
You might run a one shot. You might get to see me play.
Yeah,
I'm awesome. And also terrible.
no,
he is
I have list
stupidly
ready for
lucky.
you,
Like
pal.
I'm very lucky
have
with my
you.
dice rolls normally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's annoying too. Because we do have some private games, and he is one of my players, and he's kind of an asshole.
Yep.
And
I
Many
have
lists
emo
for you.
characters.
Many
I have
lists.
a warlock with like a base AC of like 23 due to a bunch of crap.
I'm also
Yeah,
like
it is
ADHD as
crap.
fuck. So there might be some wacky one shots if you ever see me lead.
Wacky. Yeah.
So yeah, you know about the flamethrowers. That'll be each of the rumors you guys have received.
Gotcha.
You can also discover more rumors as the campaign goes on. Some of them might just come up in the quest lines, because some of the rumors.
DM, I'm done with my character. Can I get a free level up?
No. I will tell everyone though that basically after the caravan escort, you guys will immediately level up upon reaching Emberwood Village. So be prepared for level 2.
I do have a question. Psionics and all
We'll
that
get there.
stuff.
That doesn't exist.
And that doesn't exist. Interesting.
So like it does, but it doesn't. Pretty much any psionics that do exist. So there's psionic spells, of course. Those exist where you attack someone's mind.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I mean, there's like, Tasha's Hideous
Oh,
Laughter.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
Those spells.
I thought you meant like spells access, like you could roll the
No.
psionic dice.
No.
And I was just like, really?
Though maybe we'll see, because this campaign is already intentionally open to DM and player interaction, but also me as a DM, Sam, and I love doing player interaction where they change things and make things. So
Yeah.
I'm down.
True.
We'll see.
True.
But that said, psionics themselves, like people having mind powers, is rare. Like it's a very rare phenomenon.
Guys, I'm gonna be rare.
It's been less rare since the meteor fell, but that's kind of when it first started arising. I don't think there's actually official canon about psionics in the world of Drakkenheim, but that's my canon. So unless I find out otherwise, it started around the time the meteor landed and is also very rare. I mean, if LeBrutz knows, he might have seen something I missed, but I don't think it's ever really been fully addressed, and I like this explanation. So there's a lot of things that are intentionally left open-ended in their setting. Obviously, not going to answer every single question. So, also, I'll have a front light soon. I have one, but I forgot to set it up. So, apologies that my face is rather darkened.
Yeah, and also I have. I mean, I have the infinite blue on my fucking face. What'd you say, Lexi?
I'm just a fucking.
Said he's too busy spending all of his money on me, so I have the perfect light.
No, I have my lights. I just never set them up because I've just been busy, especially drawing art for our trailer. Because as inexperienced as I am, I still don't want it to be garbage. So I am spending a lot of time on each image, trying to make them acceptable.
Putting a lot of work into this to make it quality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it'll get better as time goes on, because
hopefully
you can only get better with art with practice. So eventually, one day I'll update the trailer.
Yeah.
Maybe even have new art of our characters made by me, but that's a ways off because Whist is really good, as you can tell by the images.
Yeah. I mean, but you have a good milestone, okay?
Yeah.
You just need to be able to draw our characters well enough by the time there's a time skip if we end up having one, okay?
True.
And we just
True.
just come back with a new look.
Also, schedule-wise, we never really said it. We intend to be every Tuesday at about 6 p.m. Today was a little bit late of a start because Lexi set her alarm for a.m. instead of p.m. and
No, I didn't.
Mine didn't go off. Mine didn't go off, so we overslept.
I set it for 4:30 a.m.
I want to say that Dante and I were not ready, but we were.
True. Yeah, we were ready completely with no issues at all on our end. No, zero, nothing. No audio issues. No nothing.
I was fine.
No, Sam. You just we're tied together. You're speaking for both of us.
Also, everyone.
It's too late. You already spoken for both of us. Okay.
You've already declined my advances. Like,
there's issues every time, Bubbles. Issues are just par for the course. Also, everyone enjoy my little montage in the bottom right. We definitely weren't at one point going to have a fourth player.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
it worked.
I've got busy for.
Better. Yeah, it is. It's everything Sam's fault. When in doubt, blame Sam. Bubbles, you are correct.
Yeah.
Facts.
True. Yeah.
Rude.
Too late.
Lexi, you want to cover what spells you have, or did we write down your spells? I don't remember. Sometimes things bug out.
Sure.
We're using Roll20, by the way, everyone.
Yeah.
We have used it as a group for.
So I have.
Apparently, your spells didn't get saved. We'll have to put those back.
So I have True Strike, and that is it. We win literally all the way through level 20. Because of the fact that I have True Strike.
Yeah.
She just forgot on her way to find me.
I believe she took Shield of Faith, Cure Wounds, Healing Word, and one other. I'll have to double check.
If you had sent me the site and I could look through them, like I would remember, but I don't remember.
I mean, I could send it in a bit. I mean, I'll just put them in momentarily. But yeah. And then canters have okay, yeah, actually I should explain this. This is part of the homebrew, but for anyone who goes, wait, the cleric has True Strike, I think it's so stupid that clerics don't have True Strike in their cantrip list. It is literally a flash of inspiration guides you, and then you do radiant damage. but it's a wizard.
Not clear coded.
sorcerer
That's
and
not clear
stuff.
coded at all.
Like I'm
No.
okay that,
Yeah,
that
you guys
like,
are- you're
wizards and stuff have
crazy.
it. I'm cool with it.
You're crazy.
But why don't clerics? So therefore, I added True Strike into the cleric spell list. Yeah, you can't argue against it for me. I'm never gonna let that one go. that one, it's a cleric cantrip. Wizards just happen to have access to it. That's how I run it. So she does have True Strike. She also went with the I don't remember what the technical feature is called in the new cleric thing, but she went with the cleric thing. She chose, instead of better cantrips,
Oh,
she chose she has martial weapon and heavy
it
armor.
starts with an S, I think.
Wow, I can Google it real quick.
Nice.
I don't even know.
It's in the
Spark of
free
Life.
rules.
I
No.
don't even know. I
I
don't remember.
You chose your divine order and you chose protector. You gain proficiency with martial weapons and training with heavy
That's-
armor.
Not what I thought you were talking about.
Yeah, you did choose
thought you were talking about-
origin feat. You chose Spellfire Spark. Is that what you were?
That,
implying?
yeah, that's what I thought you
So-
were talking
There we
about.
When it comes to what players can use for character building and stuff, we allow everything from 2014 and all the 2024 stuff. If we ever find something we go, I don't like that, then we'll simply say that's not going to work. But unless with the 2014 stuff, unless there's a 2024 equivalent, you can use 2014 stuff. So if you can't use 2014 Great Weapon Master because there's a 2024 Great Weapon Master. But if you use, you can take the what is it, Eldritch Initiator or whatever that gives you like a one Eldritch Invocation. There's no 2024 version of that. You can take the 2014 feat if you really want to. But we're also gonna make sure everything
plan
lines
on
up in
taking-
story. So if you want an Eldritch Invocation, we got to figure out what Eldritch being you're taking an invocation from.
Yep.
I plan on taking the Skulker.
Fair. It's better in 2024.
Feat at level 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, it's amazing in
It's really good in
2024. Get a
2024.
hide,
It was okay
get a hide,
in
and then
2014.
especially with a sidekick knife where I could just, yeah, it's like there's no evidence of where it's wherever it came from.
Exactly.
Well, what are you gonna do?
You're a genius.
I'm not gonna lie.
I am
I'm
a
kind of having
genius.
I'm having a tough time deciding between protector and defense right now for
Ooh.
my.
Defense is +1 AC, right? And the protector is if you're wielding
Yeah.
a shield, you can
See that.
give disadvantage if someone gets attacked within 5 feet of you, right? I believe.
Which,
Well, I think you and Lexi
yeah, yes, that's right. That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because my fighting style, I've always planned on being out of combat as much as possible.
Yeah,
Like,
you'll be out of my reach, but I
Yeah.
could use it. Say we are, traveling with a companion or so, like NPC wise, that we want to keep alive. Then if we get in trouble.
It can be
But
good.
I also
But they would have to be
Well,
right
also-
next to you as well in your front line.
that is true. They have to be right next to me, which isn't great. And to be fair, I think I probably need all the AC I can get because although I guess it doesn't really matter because I get crit anyway. I just
That's
get crit.
true.
It's
Dante just
takes a
gets
long
hit with
time.
20, so it doesn't really
It's a
matter
crit
what his AC
sponge.
is.
I'm a crit sponge. That's just what I do. That's just what I do. I tank all the crits. That's just my entire existence.
I think
But
if
you know
my
what?
character dies, though,
defensive.
I'm probably gonna do that. What was it that they created? The physician, or like
Apothecary,
the
yes.
apothecary? I'm probably gonna do that next.
Yeah, it's a good
If-
class. I've looked it over.
Knowing Caleb, my character is not gonna survive.
I've actually made a custom subclass for the
It's more like
apothecary
knowing
as
you.
well.
You're dumb. You make silly decisions.
Yeah, if during the one shot alone, Sam ran into 3 ambushes by just sprinting.
And I still
He
live.
did live, though. Yeah.
He lived, though.
I'm a
He
fucking
survived.
genius.
Each
survived.
time closer to death than the last, but still came
Yeah.
out alive.
Yeah, I
With
don't know
mostly by himself too. Mostly
True.
by himself.
Also, if you
as
guys want to
well.
see the characters that they played in our server, our Discord server, the link is now updated. In
Yeah.
there, you can
So-
find them
Amazing
in,
art.
in
That's
character
it,
info, as well as their amazing art.
Great
of
art.
which
Get
was made by
commission
our
from them,
friends,
please.
One of which was made by me. You can tell which one that is, and one of which was grabbed from Pixabay.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm
Doesn't
kind of
have
proud. I'm
to-
kind of proud of Dominic. It's not great.
Dominic
but for
was
like a month
great.
of art,
I mean,
it's
look.
pretty good.
Everybody. I was
him.
about to say everybody starts at a different place. That's not super bad. Some people after a month can make way worse than that. So.
True.
I know.
It was
Our-
funny
our-
though because I
these
did
current
comment to
characters.
Lexi. I just spent as long making this character as he will be alive. So it took me about 3.5 hours to make him, and he was dead in 4. So
Yeah.
Hey, all
I
you
mean-
gotta do when he comes back is draw some purple crystals on him.
true,
I have a strong feeling he's gonna be coming
I'll
back.
make his mouth a
back,
frown.
Yeah, make it a sad face.
Yeah.
Ace,
Yeah.
Ace, change all the red to purple, and then voila, Dominic's back
Voila.
for a
Just-
session.
Time well
Just give him like
spent.
a you know
Thanks,
like a
the
cool
Bruce.
bunch of like little spikes on top of his head, you know, of the delirium crystal.
True, yeah, I'll give him like a crown of delirium crystals. Love it.
Yeah, I mean that'd be pretty sick, right?
I
like some
actually will tell the
like some
audience.
Darth Maul or what's the fucking Darth Maul race called?
Well, so they're Zebrax, but then his specifically are from Dathomir, so he's a Dathomirian male.
Right.
But
But at least like in terms of like you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about
the
like for
crown
the
of-
spikes,
the crown
and
of
all that
horns,
stuff,
yeah.
yeah, or the horns, yeah.
But I will just tell the audience those characters will be returning technically, in the campaign in some way, shape, or form, depending on which character.
Definitely some way, shape, or
They each brought an uncommon magic item with them that the party will be able to recover when they either defeat the character or find the magic item, which was a Pearl of Power from Lexi's character, her wizard. It was Slippers of Spider Climb from Dominic, Sam's character. And then it was a Cloak of Protection, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, Cloak
yes,
of
that's right.
Protection from Kenoth Valas.
Castian lost it twice. He can't hold on to it.
True.
He had
Who's the
Butterfingers that day.
True.
He did have butter. I just want to still point out, okay, the feat of athleticism Kenoth displayed, getting up that tower.
Yes.
That unfortunately. we're all
Also,
missed.
the athleticism that Castian displayed climbing up the building to run away.
He
Natural
literally
20 on
True.
the athletics
That's
check.
That's
climbing up the
true.
building.
That's
been more
true.
terrified in his life, and he was like, "No, I want to live." I really pictured him as like the epitome of like the anime coward, where it's just like
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
getting away.
Zenitsu type. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
I
When he
I
locked
am
in,
gonna.
he
I am
locked
gonna.
in.
True, and that's what's important. That's what's important. As long as you lock in, that's all you need. I mean, I'm so satisfied that Keenan went in with he got what he needed.
He
you know,
did,
He
that's
went
true.
in there. He
happy.
went in there and did what he needed to do. That's how I built him. I built him for one purpose, and he served it. And he.
I
did what he
built
needed.
Dominic to be Dominic, and he did exactly that.
was
Be
Dominic.
Dominic.
True, he
was
was
Dominic.
Dominic.
Actually,
indeed.
just to
Yeah.
let everyone know as well, the technical fates is Kenoth Valas, the wizard who was being watched by the other wizard, Lexi's character Castian. He actually was hearing a voice from the delirium, and then at the end, whenever everything went to crap and there was the thing started to fall apart, he ran off into an alley, found an open sewer grate, heard a voice that said to come inside. He did. He saw a glowing orb under the water, and it said to join. And he said, gladly, and jumped in. So that was his fate. Castian did manage to escape, but only after watching everyone get torn apart and also get contaminated. And so Castian's a little bit cuckoo.
Dominic had a chance. Unfortunately, I rolled low.
Dominic had a chance. He failed, so he retreated back to the captain. And then who knows what happened to them? They were surrounded by countless dregs.
I like to think, again, that Dominic, realizing that at least one person survived, was like, you know what? This is a good day to die.
True. Yeah. I'm still so sad that you what's it called, got a perception check on my stealth with Castian Lexi. Yeah, I really wanted it to be like we're all running, and then you're like, wait, where's Keenan at? And I just fucking invisible.
He was tasked to watch you, bruh.
The good news is,
I know,
is the
yeah,
fact that that means that there's a chance to find out a rumor of where Kenoth went. Because the survivor saw him dive into the sewers. No, she did not follow him in, or he did not follow him in. He never saw him go into the water, but he did see him go into the sewers.
Yeah, and he decided I'm not
with
following
his
that plan.
dancing. Also, he had a very interesting thing of the dance.
We were running from a bunch of monsters, and he used invisibility and ran off straight into the sewers. Castian was not following him down there.
That looks like a great way to die, is what Castian was thinking.
Yeah, literally. He was like, okay, listen, I like my job, I love my job, I like being a corpse Not that much.
Now, did he really die? If we think about it, if he fully accepted, he was just reborn. Like,
exactly.
I mean, well, I'm saying, you know. Look, he said, look, I mean, look,
hey,
Keanu made it
look,
very
all
clear
those
in the beginning he
townspeople
wasn't going
with
to
the
die.
smiling faces seemed perfectly happy.
They were fine. Everything was happy. The city was
They were
actually okay.
smiling.
The city was okay.
were
You guys were
smiling.
just being dramatic.
Yeah. I mean, it's like
And they were
those
trying to
it's
help
like the
us.
nerdlings, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the nerdlings. The nerdlings are happy to be all disease-ridden and disgusting, and, you know, they love it. It's a thing of love. That's how it's supposed to be. But I definitely won't. I will definitely still enjoy what's it called? Dancing around with those mirror images when we were fighting those those swarms of mosquitoes.
Yeah, during the one shot, we had a monster of my creation, which were swarms of siphon flies, which were delirium contaminated mosquitoes that only went for Mageborn, which was fun.
I'm still
which we
not
found
gonna-
out. Yeah.
Get him out of here.
Yeah. And which we found out what they craved in real time, or Cassian did, I guess. He found out more than anybody when
Castian
they
failed the saving
decided
throw
to
and
remove
lost-
half of the blood in his body.
And they
welcome.
gave him a level of contamination, and also he lost a spell slot of the lowest level he had available. So he lost one of his first level spell slots when he got bit.
Nuh-uh.
He never
anyone
got
wants those
touched though
creatures-
in that second fight.
If anyone
He never
wants
got
those
touched the entire
I
time.
will gladly give them to you and their token, because I drew mosquitoes with little delirium beaks, and they look fun.
Yeah, they're so cute.
Yeah,
They're
very
just
cute.
little guys.
I definitely
They're
didn't
just
find
little
out one
guys.
person that I know has a
So,
phobia of mosquitoes from
I
that.
have a question.
What's up?
All female mosquitoes?
No, they're delirium contaminated, so male or female, they start sucking. Don't take it like
They're
that.
not biting.
Don't take it like that. That's not what I meant.
Equal opportunity for everybody. You know?
Okay,
That's what I like
you
to
set
see.
it up.
I
You
did set that
it
up, but not on purpose. That was
True.
actually coincidental. No. So, in case anyone doesn't know, normally only pregnant female mosquitoes actually drink blood because they use it to basically, I guess, give more nutrients. for
Caleb,
their
don't
eggs.
start telling people facts.
I'm just ending with this. Anyway,
They're not here for
these were not necessary. That's why she said that, is because only pregnant female mosquitoes normally bite, and they were all biting. So she was asking if they were all females. But no, delirium contamination does crazy things, like make males bite. Ooh.
Spooky.
That's about the max it can do. No. Maybe 1 year in.
Yeah, 1 year in. I mean, it's gonna get a little crazier as time goes on.
Yeah.
Though, that's for sure.
Things have gotten worse. That's for sure.
Oh. Well, then that means it can only get better then.
That's
You know, if things
true,
are, you know,
unfortunately.
if they well, I mean, look, it would be if we were at rock bottom, which I guess we're not. So, you know, I guess it can't get worse. But
Hits rock bottom. Well, at least it
I
can't
mean-
get any worse. Rock bottom's older brother. Is this the guy that hit you?
yeah, his name's Rock Bottom
That's
Senior.
Drakkenheim.
Yeah, not gonna be great. You know, just gonna get smacked around quite a lot.
I think
I'm
you're
sure.
worried over nothing. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, no. We're not gonna at all walk into any of those positions or situations that he said that if we, you know, try to fight whatever it is or don't immediately turn around and run, you know, and then we just immediately die. That's not gonna happen. That'll
Yeah.
never happen. Not to us. No.
Anyone that thinks so is delusional.
True.
True.
A couple more.
One could say they're delirious.
Copyright strike. No. Just so everyone knows as well, the intended session length is normally about 4 hours is our intention. We'll do a 15, 20, 25 minute break. We're still kind of deciding. We're seeing where it lands. But we'll do like a break in the middle, about the 2 hour mark. But yeah, we plan to do about 4 hours. The VODs will be available on YouTube under a channel of our same name, which we also have posted on
100%.
Discord and here on Twitch. Every time without fail, we will absolutely 100% have VODs up there.
Yes.
No, but we did fail to get the one shot, but we now have a double backup foolproof system set up to make sure that doesn't happen again.
We
forgot
do?
to check some boxes, but now I have boxes checked on multiple things that will record it twice, and then I can make sure we always have one available. So we should be good now. But that's one of the reasons we did the one shot. It really sucked to lose it, but at the same time, we didn't want to start with Drakkenheim and then lose our first episode of Drakkenheim. So
Yep.
But,
we had to sacrifice one,
Yeah. And then also, just to let everyone know, we will be leveling up with milestones. So we don't use XP. I've always disliked XP ever since I first DM'd and used XP. And then I was like, wow, I don't want to track all the garbage.
I was gonna say, I think it'd be annoying to track. It's already hard enough to track
very
gold.
annoying to track.
How much gold did we get for that quest? Yeah, okay.
You also
Oh,
end up
wait,
with
you have this much,
players-
but I have this much?
You also typically end up with players like, ooh, does that give me XP? Or like, I'm gonna beat this guy up because I want XP. And it's like, no. So milestones, you don't get XP for anything. You just level up when I say you level up, which is basically based on how well you progress the plot. So I
get
like
one of the best
milestone.
ones.
I think milestone is the best scenario.
Agreed.
Yeah. I think it
No shade
it
to
just
people
also
with XP, though.
feels it has a better curve feeling. I feel like for both the players and
Yeah.
the DM too.
I mean, it's better for story, but also if you're playing D&D to just do the classic D&D experience of like dungeon crawl, I can understand why you use XP or something. Like, that's fine. I have nothing against people to use XP,
Oh, I
but
guess
I
that's right.
much prefer milestone,
He does.
especially for when telling
He's
a
lying
story.
to you all.
I actually hate people to use XP. If you use XP, you leave the stream. Don't, please.
I have seen him.
You're banned. We're banning you. You say that, you're
Ban
banned.
this
I've seen
man.
him late
Yeah, you're
at
done.
night,
You're
up
posted.
in like
I just
bags under
muttered
his
to
eyes,
myself,
just
yeah.
hunched over. I hate XP. I hate XP.
XP drives me
Exactly.
The twitches.
Yeah, that's exactly how it is. You just you described it exactly how
It's very
it
scary.
really is.
Also, as an announcement, in general, when we're playing, anything that happens that one character knows that others don't, it will be done publicly, pretty much guaranteed. Every player will be able to see it. We just know all of our players well enough to expect that they will not metagame with knowledge. So,
Yeah.
if one of them has a secret conversation, the other ones simply don't know that it happened.
Yeah.
There might be a little bit of leniency depending on if something occurs, but it's also a pain in the butt to try and remove everyone else's ability to see something and then do it. So, more than likely, if we were playing in person, it'd be much easier. Unfortunately, we are not, and we never will be because we all live in very different areas, except for like, because
True.
that's my wife, in case anyone wondered. But don't worry, she will not get.
And they're
special treatment.
separated.
She will be contaminated and murdered. I mean, what?
True.
Huh? Wait.
What? No, don't worry about it. Everything's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to be your wife anymore.
Well, that is an option technically.
Well,
but
wouldn't that make
prefer
it-
if you didn't.
Let's say let's say wouldn't that make it
Custody
worse?
battle.
I feel like. Yeah. Oh man. I feel like I guess also I figured I'd mention this too. Something else about my character Peter is that so I'm going to have a shield, quote
yes.
unquote. There was a gauntlet that Peter's dad had that he left behind when he went to go join the Hooded Lanterns, and Peter is now, as you can see, kind of in the picture up there, it has like a family crest on it as well, and so he'll be, even though I mean, maybe not a great idea, literally, but it's D&D fantasy, so he's basically going to be using that as his shield, pretty much for this. So it's like a
Anyone
special
that has a
thing.
problem with it can go. I'm not gonna say the rest.
Sure, they can go think
They can
about it
go
and then
to
come back once they
Drakkenheim.
decide that they're okay.
You can go to Drakkenheim. Fuck yeah. Trust me, guys.
Yeah.
You want to go to Drakkenheim.
Best place
I
to
mean,
be, actually.
Hopefully this won't do anything.
True.
I mean, get a cool mutation or two.
Is there anything else to yap about?
Yeah,
more?
years ago.
On your script?
I've kind of covered pretty much everything in the outline. It's not really a script.
Script.
Jeez. Now I
Script.
have an outline. But no, that's pretty much everything in the outline. But
Okay.
we still need to do your spells, but we can do that off if anyone wants. But we can also have questions if anyone in chat has questions. If Dante, Sam, anyone has questions, we'll hang out for a little bit, and then we'll give you a totally secret thing that no one knows what it is or is coming. See you, Labrutes.
See you
I
later,
don't know what
Bruce.
it is.
Bye.
But yeah. I'm still confused why it was playing to them, but I couldn't hear it, even though I have OBS completely unmuted. That's weird.
It wasn't for
Trade
you.
this
It was for
intro.
them.
I
It
guess.
was just
Yeah, I
choosing for
get.
them,
You're right. When you're right,
Schemer.
you're right.
Yeah.
which is
When you're
very
not,
rare
well-
in your presence.
Oh shush.
I think I did have a question.
Yeah.
Think
go
of it
ahead.
again
Go ahead.
because it's gone.
You're fine.
Nah, well, it's gone. I have to think of it again. I have
Fair
to
enough.
sit here and think of it.
Yeah, feel free to ask any questions about the setting, the factions, anything that you guys might want to know.
Oh, I guess yeah. Not the question I originally thought of, but one that I don't think
our
I've
stream is
asked
frozen.
before. Oh.
No.
One moment. I'll see if I can do anything about that. Yeah, we have.
Probably an OBS thing.
Oh wait, hang on. I think I fixed it.
Oh, now it's rewound.
Yep. I discovered what it is. Apparently, if I open the media player app on my phone, it crashes our frame rate.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
So
Well, that's fun,
noted.
right?
Wait, if
pretty
you
cool.
open it on your phone?
Or on my phone. Why did I say my phone? On my
Yeah, I was
computer?
very lost.
Could you imagine? That would be
What
really
you-
weird.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So the question is, now that we got that figured
Yep, go
out,
ahead.
I guess how much are we going to be interacting with the world around outside of Drakkenheim, do you think?
Pretty much not
If
at
at
all.
all.
More than likely.
Okay.
Okay.
If later in the campaign, so this campaign is set to only really be in Drakkenheim. In fact, in the book, it mentions things like if your players decide to go outside of Drakkenheim, here's ways to avoid that. But I do know the world. I have watched their entire live play, and also I have their other books that include more stuff about them.
Oh, what a nerd.
So, yeah, true. So, if we ever decide that it's prudent for us to go outside the world of Drakkenheim, that's something we can probably do.
Okay. Right.
But I don't see it going out there, at least not until way later, because this campaign
I
is
didn't
only
think so
supposed to
either,
be
but
until a certain point. If we decide to continue past that point, which is fully allowed, it's what they did too, which is why they went for 7 years, by the way. We won't be going that long, in case anyone's curious.
Nope.
Um,
Spoiler alert, we are
spoiler
not
alert,
doing
not
7
doing
years
7
of
years.
Drakkenheim.
But
What we're not.
they
I signed-
went
but the
outside the
contract.
world, or outside of Drakkenheim, because they got involved in the world politics section of it and a lot of the world's problems. But this is technically about Drakkenheim, so we'll make that decision when we get closer. If we feel like it's a satisfying ending, we'll leave it there. If we feel like there's a lot more to be discussed, we'll continue.
Right.
Which there always is.
True. You know, honestly, I'm almost wondering if it's a good thing I'm recording from two sources, because the Twitch one will probably have that lag thing, but I wonder if the OBS one might actually be fine. We'll see. I'll look into that. We might be
We shall
mostly
see.
posting the OBS ones instead of the Twitch ones.
You know, whatever works there. Whatever
Yeah.
works there. I
We'll do whatever
He's
works.
the-
We'll do whatever works.
works there. I think is the idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I am excited. I'm very excited.
Yeah. Me too.
I
I do have a lot to get ready and prepared, though. I actually do. One thing that has cut the workload tremendously is I found on Reddit a person who had made a bunch of the Drakkenheim maps, and he has given us permission to use them. So,
yeah.
so that will cut down my
That's real
workload
nice.
tremendously.
That's real nice. That's real nice.
I will still also be adding maps for things that we need, but in general, should be a lot simpler.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Should
It'll
it?
make things a lot
Should.
easier. Because I definitely map making is one of those things where it's definitely like there's like a level of enjoyment I do get out of it, and then there's sometimes where I mean just like with any other like artistic thing,
Yeah.
you just want to add so many little details.
mean,
You want it to be,
it's
real
fun getting
nice.
it out there.
But you
It's
also have to get it out on
when you're on
time.
a
and
time crunch, it becomes a lot less
yeah,
fun.
yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much that's pretty much my entire relationship with art. There, like if there's a time crunch, like half the joy is sucked out of it. For me, that's just a personal thing, though.
Fair.
Of course.
No, I get it. I get it. I'm similar. Honestly, when it comes to the trailer teaser, I will probably simply post it in our Discord at this point, as I can't find a way to where I can control it, and it's a bit short notice to try and figure it out. So, keep an eye peeled there. We will simply post it.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It is voiced by Dante.
Yeah.
It is amazing.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
It's all him.
I'll post it with this
All
image
me, yeah.
that
I
we
made the
had
whole thing.
displayed too. I'll
Yep,
put it.
no
like
one
that.
else.
Yeah.
And then basically,
Yeah.
if you just close your
Good.
eyes, it's a trailer.
If you
Exactly.
close your
Yeah.
If you close your eyes.
That was
Careful, don't get
It
copyright
was great.
struck
It was
there.
amazing. I don't know what you're about to say, but it was amazing.
It was.
Yeah.
You're all liars. Don't feed his ego.
I think you probably should feed my ego.
True. If we feed it enough, he might go easy on
I
us.
might let you guys live.
Well, yeah, live. Which is the going easy part, is letting us live.
Well, I was always gonna live. What?
I mean, that's true, yeah, because you don't get crit. You just don't get crit. That's just not how you work. It's just not how you work. You don't get crit. You're not like me.
True.
Oh, I think that is exactly how I work.
I don't think so. Who got crit like
Dude.
3 times the other day?
We actually played a D&D on Sunday with one of our friends that one of our friends runs, and Dante legitimately got crit like 3 times in one session.
3
He
fucking
at
Wait, was
least
this
gets
yesterday's
crit once
session,
per
or-
session. Yes, it was
Was
Sunday.
this
Yes.
Sundays?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, it was Sunday.
Dante
I'm
got
so
crit
mad I missed
over
it.
and over and over.
Yep, I'm playing this Leonin barbarian named Saval, and I would have gone down already if I hadn't had rage up, obviously.
Yeah, he
but we're
spends a
still
lot
like
of time on
level
the floor.
2, so yeah, I'm a floor tank pretty much. I
He's
just
a
I
floor
run
tank.
in, get flanked at all sides, get crit 4 times, die, get healing worded, crit again, go down, and then we end the fight by that second. By the time I go down the second time is when we get the
Yeah,
fight.
it's typically
finished,
winding down a
so,
little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny, Dante,
you know,
because
so I'm
I recognized that the images were thugs and their stat blocks appeared in my mind because I've DM'd so much.
yeah.
And I was like, I'm not
Yeah.
going to tell him not to run in there because that's meta knowledge. And then they got the sneak attack, just beat the crap
Yeah.
out of you.
It was really those things. But again, I would have been chilling if I didn't
True.
get crit 2
True.
fucking
You
times.
probably would have stayed up too, like in general.
I would have. Well, I definitely still would have gone down at least once.
Eventually.
But I think we probably would have. We would have traded me out for. Well, I guess technically we still did because I feared a guy. I made him shit his pants and then or sorry, poop his pants and then he. But you know. But
Are there any questions from chat about the setting or anything in general about what we're doing? Because if not, that's fine. But I just figure I'll leave it open to chat for a moment.
Yep.
And after that, we might just.
if you're
call it
seeing
a
this
day.
later. Yeah, I mean, and if you're seeing this later, uploaded somewhere else, and you have any questions, of course, you can leave them in the comments or join the Discord and
Yeah,
ask
or
us
join the
there.
Discord. We actually
potentially
in our
faster
Discord, we
response.
do have a channel specifically where you guys can ask questions to me and the rest of the cast.
Yeah.
we do.
Yeah. So
We
if you have
do.
any
It's called
burning
cast questions.
questions, yeah.
You can ask us
Oh,
about
there is.
the setting, about someone's character specifically. We intend to have
Yeah.
a thing more formalized about the characters' background, like backstories as well. But we'll get that when we get that. You don't really realize how much work it is to set all this stuff up and make all this stuff until you actually do it, and you're like, man, this is a lot.
Yeah. No wonder they pay people to deal with the production side
Yeah,
of it.
for
So you
real,
can
I
just
get it.
kinda-
Yeah,
If I had
like
the disposable
crazy.
income, we would have someone doing all this stuff for us.
Yeah. Yeah, so it'd just be our job to just yuck it up for the
But
camera.
of course, with 7 viewers, 3 of us, three of which are us, we can't exactly do that.
No, not
Thank
really.
you, though, 7 viewers
really.
for showing up. We do really appreciate having
Yeah.
people around.
Yes, of
If
course.
even if this flops on its face, we're still gonna play this. We'll probably still stream it anyway. But
Oh,
we
yeah.
would of course love for it to
All
take
the
off
way,
a little bit
baby.
and have people watch us play and do the next
Mhm.
campaigns and stuff.
You're always
get
welcome
greedy,
to
I'm just
just.
kidding.
I'm very greedy. We better
You're
have 50 by
all-
next month or I quit. No.
Yeah. And like again, we just
Mind
wanted
you, it's
to
75 to partner.
Yeah.
I think it's literally just I think we all wanted to do this campaign when we thought it'd be fun to share our experiences with you all.
Yep.
So
Pretty much.
and
Well-
again,
I mean, if anything,
I don't
also-
think we mind if we stay at 6 or
I'm just
even
DM
less
live,
viewers.
so I'm here while also being used to streaming because I play games. So like,
Yeah, check out Lexi's streaming, Kawaii Lexi. It's also linked somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Just ask in the
Sure.
Discord, she'll give it to you.
I mean,
Sure.
worst case, it's in my profile.
Exactly.
Literally all my socials easily
True.
accessible there because even though my tag is Kawaii Lexi, some have underscores, some don't.
Exactly,
So.
Bubbles, you get it. Slay Queen.
Exactly.
As a
Yeah.
forewarning, once we actually start playing, I will be significantly less interactive with the chat, as will the rest of us, as we'll try to stay in theme and paying attention. And we don't want to disrupt the flow, especially for someone watching the VOD who doesn't have access to the Twitch and they just hear us go, "Oh, thanks, Libroots," and "Thanks, Mr. Bubbles," stuff like that. So we're gonna be a lot quieter, but we'll probably do a couple more sessions like this at some point where we talk about things or just casual conversation. Especially if someone can't make it but the rest of us can, we might do a Q&A stream where you can ask questions and stuff.
Mhm. Yeah.
Of course, we'll try our
I
best.
think. I think also we don't plan to be have a lot of setup before we get into it. We probably will.
True. We'll probably play
I
our
don't
trailer
think we plan to
and then go in.
talk for be on stream, talk for 2 hours and then play and then
But we'll do that when I manage to get a trailer on here without screwing it up and making it play the whole time.
Yeah.
We're hearing the intro.
Yeah. Yeah. It might be
Okay,
close to that part, we'll
interesting.
see.
Are you sure
I'm gonna
about that?
listen
You
to
sure
it
you're
and see
hearing
when
the
it
intro?
happened though, because I know when I started doing it, and I wonder if I bumped something and then it played, or if it just automatically
You can
started playing.
you can look at the timestamps of the chat, so you can go find it.
Exactly.
But we'll be fine.
It'll be fine. Now it's
Sure.
but I will be posting the audio file instead in Discord.
No, honestly, see, this is the best part about live streaming though, because then the people that were in there and had that happen are like, I have an Easter egg now.
It is, yeah, hopefully. Yeah, the intro is great. It's fantastic, but it definitely wasn't supposed to overlap with our voices.
No,
What?
definitely not.
All right. Any
Definitely.
last things before we go ahead and just wrap this up? This will be posted on YouTube
Okay.
if anyone does want to watch it. Though this, I assume, out of all of our videos, this will probably be the least watched one. But hey,
Yeah.
it's background stuff. It's important things.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
got nothing.
Well, thank you guys for joining us. We are the
Hungry.
Tapestry of Tales. It was a great time.
Let me
Yeah.
If you're watching on the VOD, congratulations. I can't believe you actually
you
watched
get a
this.
medal.
You get a medal.
VOD watchers for this, I love you. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
Completely.
surprised, but
Non-parasocially, I love you.
So
Yeah.
All right. Well, see you guys.
Bye.
Bye.